The views and opinions expressed on this program belong solely to the hosts and guests, not the opinions of Live the Dream Media. The content provided on this show is for entertainment and informational purposes only.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Marana and Oro Valley Experience here from the Live the Dream Media Studio B. I'm joined with Clint Peak today. We are going to yap it up about different stuff going on. Yeah, hey, how was your weekend?
Amazing. Hey, David and I have not seen each other since last Tuesday.
Yep.
We took 5 days off.
Yeah.
You went north?
I did.
We kind of went north.
Lots of rain.
Lots of rain?
Lots of great rain.
Yeah.
Temps in the 60s. We did press 90 in Williams, Arizona, which is unheard
Probably
of.
a little humidity brought with that, but
First day we were there, the humidity was 90 degrees.
Ooh.
Or 90%, sorry. 90% humidity.
I was talking to somebody
Midwest.
Sunday that tried to convince me the humidity in Texas was okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
we needed a little bit of a reprieve after the election cycle. As you know,
That was wild.
Live the Dream Media does a lot of work for different campaign elements as far as advertising and marketing and some strategy stuff. And, you know, we were busy in the region we were in. It was one of the most contested, small, I guess you would say, town type of environments. And, I mean, to the point where we saw the New York Times stop by and do an article, trying to really show some influence on that. The local media companies and the legacy media companies, they showed some true colors in that experience. I won't get into it. I think a lot of people kind of caught on to that. There's been a lot of conversations about that. So there was just a lot of stuff going on. I think you and our phones would go off probably 1,000 times a day with text messages, emails, phone calls.
You know what, though, was cool? By Thursday,
Yeah.
there were still a few texts.
Yeah.
And Friday, the phone call stopped. It was kind of surreal.
Yeah.
Because I know you, like myself, was handling 50 phone calls a day.
Yeah. Happy to say the region really held on. Well, I guess we'll say Marana really held on to the idea of being the last bastion of sanity.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really, you look at a lot of stuff going on locally, and you look at Marana and where it sits. Its location.
There was a lot of angst.
Yeah.
Leading up to Tuesday, a lot of angst. As a matter of fact, Tuesday night, you and I are becoming veterans at this. Mm-hmm. The initial numbers did not look good.
And they never do, right?
And they
it's
never
early
do,
ballots.
but we know, having, been through a few cycles, let it play out. And by
2:27 a.m.
Yeah. That's
when the
right.
drop was, yeah.
When the next drop came out, and it moved in the direction that we had anticipated.
Yeah.
I got it. I'm going to do this publicly. I did a post last week, got a lot of attention. A lot of you saw this. David Samorano. David, I'm looking right at you. You did an amazing job.
And you know what I'm going to say? We did an amazing job. The team and everybody here.
We did. And Tony, amazing. Shay, Jackson, Malik, everybody did an amazing job. But you at the helm, running this company and putting up with me all the time.
Yeah.
Is not the easiest thing in the world to do. I know that.
Yeah.
But you never lost sight of the goal. And here's the thing: as much as we were able to pick up and maintain 4 seats out of the 5 that were contested, the thing that shocked me the most, I think, and maybe shock's too strong a word, surprised me, Jackie Craig received 4,600 plus votes as a write-in.
I've never seen that many votes for a write-in candidate.
Not
ever.
In
It's got to be like a historic thing.
Yeah, because normally a write-ins are, and of course they're not a campaign.
Yeah.
You get a dozen, maybe 2 dozen write-in votes. Those are disgruntled voters. But she got 4,600 votes. She was a great candidate. So if you're listening, Jackie, you were a great candidate. It was easy to represent you, but 4,600. She changed I really believe she changed the outcome of the election.
I hope she comes back.
I don't think we've seen the last of her. That's my personal opinion. Don't read anything into it other than my opinion. But John Post won handily. maybe a little tighter.
Did you see how much the other guy spent?
Yeah.
$100,000.
More than
$100,000.
The last number I saw was like 112.
We're
Nowhere
talking
near
about
what John
we're talking
spent, by
about
the
a
way.
town election,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
In Marana, Arizona, over $100,000.
I think it's safe to say that this election, and it shows the importance of it, probably $500,000 was spent totally in this election cycle in Marana.
500,000.
Yeah. Well, you
Holy
do
smokes.
the quick math, and I can come up with 400 plus pretty quickly. And the opposition we know spent a couple hundred.
You know, I learned
based on their filings.
I would like to dive into some stuff that I learned during this that was obviously some misinformation. And I you know, there was comments and, you know, some people came up, they're like, oh, what's all this controversy stuff I'm seeing? And apparently, believe it or not, Live the Dream Media has a contract with the town of Marana for podcasts. And that was the first time I had heard of that. So,
and let me also add to that, not only a contract, but we produce their podcast out there.
Yeah, we're waiting on that check. So town of Marana, if you're hearing that, we would like for payment to go straight to us. You can Zelle, you can do whatever you need to do. But yeah, no,
Both
I
of
heard
those
that. I heard
statements
that
are false.
Yeah.
by the
So
way.
false information. So I'm gonna clear this up because this was one of the candidates that was running, and again, this was a continued pattern in this election.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, there was an obsession with you and I. People were saying our names and saying the company and everything, and I'm like, these folks hired a company that does the same thing that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody is hammering them. So, and I think what people have really misunderstood about Clint and I and the team here is we really focus on relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Relationships will yield conversations with a microphone and a camera, right? And when we're sharing information, because at the core of this company likes to put out positive information, education.
We are a marketing and advertising company.
We
At
are.
the core of what we do. That's what.
We were doing that before we did all the live streaming and
Exactly.
everything, but just wanted to clarify that so people knew when you don't read everything these people are putting out on the surface. There was a lot of stuff that came out by some folks that was just
That's
completely unreal.
That's the nature of social media, though.
Yeah.
Is there's no what's what's the word I'm looking
authenticity.
for? Well, that's actually not the word I'm looking for, but you say it better than I, so I'll go with it. Authenticity. There's just no credibility behind a lot of things that are said on social media. Hey, there was another election. Actually, it was a statewide election and a federal election. We did pretty good with all of our candidates. I mean, we did an amazing job with the candidates that we were supporting or endorsed. Oro Valley had an election as well. There will be a new mayor and 3 new council members. Rhonda Pena, who we did work with. Full disclosure, we did quite a bit with Rhonda. She will be back on the council. She was on from 2016 to 2020, stepped away. She will be back. We're real excited about that.
Yes.
Again, one of those things. A lot of interest on this. It's just a lot of people don't live in the real world. They don't live in reality with what's going on. I've talked to a lot of people since last Tuesday that were surprised with the outcome. But are you really?
No.
With the outcome?
No, not at all.
And that's not to attack anyone but the reality is if you're staying close to the surface, which we have to do with the polls and all that, it kind of came out the way we thought it would.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We were saying for a couple months that it was
we were hoping for a different outcome. Don't misunderstand me.
Mm-hmm.
In Oro Valley, I would say that we definitely wanted a different outcome in most cases, but the reality of it is Oro Valley is pretty much, and I want to quit using these terms. But I think this is where it's been for so long, and this is growth or anti-growth, and I think we should start framing that a little bit differently, especially if we want to win a few elections over there. there isn't really any possibility for growth with 4 to 6% of the property available to develop on. So, so that we got to change the verbiage on that, especially if we want to change the election outcomes over there, because it's really not growth versus outcome. This is about safety. This is about protecting what we have and using the best that we have, as at least as it is now, to do a better job.
Yeah.
But it's always been that way. I've lived in Oro Valley for almost 25 years. This is really nothing new. This sentiment, you and I were at a meeting a year ago, and I used the word retirement community, and I was scolded by a town official. And I'm like, well, I didn't get the memo if we've changed the, and that's the mentality that's just the mentality of, and I'm old, so I can say this. That's the mentality of older people, is like, we're cool the way it is. Mm-hmm. So until we start reframing that question, I think this is going to be the outcome every election in Oro Valley. Marana, totally different scenario. This is a growing, vibrant community. Just for reference back to Marana, to Oro Valley, there was discussion about data centers and stripping the ground to build houses in Oro Valley. I'm sorry, that's nonsense.
Yeah.
Where would you build a data center in Oro
Yeah,
Valley? I mean, I'm sorry, that's wasted energy, that's wasted time. The same with stripping off the ground to build houses. There's just nowhere left to build.
Yeah, I saw them get smoked for that kind of stuff online. I'm like, what?
So you're it's a misdirection at best.
I know it totally not focusing on what's going on in your area and then going after another area. Yeah. Well, you saw that a lot though for Marana.
Well, data in Marana is a real thing, but data in Oro Valley, that's not a possibility.
Yeah,
so I guess they could pull a little mini warehouse in somewhere.
Hey, James Painter, we see you. Thank you for watching and
James,
listening.
Good morning. Go Cubs.
Yeah. So here's some other information about the election we'll get into. So registered voters in Pima County, 646,190. Ballots total cast, 185,910. So you're looking at a grand total of 28.8% voter turnout.
Okay, we'll round it up. 29%.
29%. You know how pathetic that is?
That's what we should be focusing on. That from now on, that's our focus, is please get out and vote. Please.
You look at the voter turnout percent, 28.8%. And then you look at all of the contention and craziness on social media and the constant just arguing and bickering and tribalism and everything that goes on in there. And you go, you know what? The optics just really don't match. Yeah. And I spent a lot of time telling some of the candidates that, like, hey, the optics are skewed here. Yeah. Okay. I can promise you. You look at where these accounts are from and all this different, just a bunch of nonsense. 28.8% of the registered voters in Pima County turned out. So most folks did not even come out to vote. Now, I get it. It's a primary election. It's the initial start.
David,
but
stop.
Let's see where we're at the general election. We might jump up a little bit.
It'll be 5% more.
Yeah.
We'll hit 33 or.
So you're in a room you're in a room of a group of people.
Stop it.
Right? You got 4 people in that room with you. Only one of those people in that room that you're talking to is going to vote.
So here's
perspective-wise.
Here's what we did. Well, the campaigns did this. The last 2 weeks prior to the election in Marana, we led a campaign that knocked on 9,000 doors. 9,000. Get out the vote. We weren't even suggesting who you vote for, although we had a card with 5 candidates on it.
The candidates did that walking campaigning.
And I think that was a game changer.
Yeah.
I think that gave a little bit of wiggle room in the final. Maybe did it change the election? I don't know. But once we dissect it a little more, we'll be able to figure it out. But it definitely ran up the totals in the end. Our whole focus was get out and vote.
So, James, that's all of Pima County, the 28% that we're talking about. That is all of Pima County. So if you want to jump into your precincts, I hate to tell you, James, you're not going to see a big variation or of towns. You're not going to see a big variation
Marana was a little higher. I'll get you a number here in a second. It was more like 33% for Marana.
Again, yeah, 33%.
But that's not even close. I'm going to find that here real quick. I think it's 33%.
Yeah, so here we go. Oro Valley was 26.46%. There were some areas in there that hit the 40 mark, but most of it on average was 26.6%. Yeah. So that was actually below the
countywide average.
Yep.
Which again, that stumps me because we've got more. First off, you can get your ballot mailed to you, and you can mail it back or drop it in or drop it off. You can go in from the beginning of the month of July and vote right up basically till election time. I did that last week, a couple of weeks ago, early. No lines. You walk in, you vote. So the convenience of it is super easy. Yeah. It's just
no excuse.
No excuse at all.
With mail-in voting
or walk-in.
28.8%.
I walked in Wednesday a week ago, a week before the election. Now, there was probably total, including there was maybe 10 people in the room, and half of those people were working the polls. There was no waiting. It took maybe 5 to 8 minutes total to and the thing of it is that's your constitutional right.
It's one of the biggest moments.
It's important. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to call out a specific group of people that I'm a part of. 42 million Christians did not vote in 2024. That's just insane that large a block of people would set it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, again, back to the general elections. 35-40% max. I'm telling you, folks, the other 60% of you that are setting this out, change the game. Don't you want to be a game changer?
I think this is an issue that all sides would agree on.
Oh, this isn't
one of the few. I think both sides of the aisle would go, "Hey, we need more people to vote for sure."
It's kind of like reading. If you're not at 80%, then we got a real problem. If 80% of the kids are not reading it, I think that correlates, by the way. Because it didn't used to be this way, David. People, they showed up, and they showed up in numbers, and you look at it now, it's pathetic. I'm sorry.
I wonder how many mail-in ballots are still sitting. Yeah, I won't even get into that one, James. I mean, it's we're talking about mail-in ballots sitting.
Well, according to the county recorder's office,
they've all been turned in.
They've all been turned in.
So, James, according to the county elections, they've all been turned in. Now, here's one thing I'll say about this county elections. We're here on July 27th, and we're still looking at unofficial election results.
Yeah.
Like, there hasn't been a certification on anything yet. It's you look at places like Florida. The day of the election, everything's ready.
3 hours.
Done.
Before you go to bed.
We're dealing with, here's perspective, right? We're dealing with 185,910 ballots.
Yeah.
Not 1,850,000.
Yeah.
We're dealing with 185,000 ballots. We'll round up to 186. Here's some more information for you.
That aren't counted by hand, I might add. They're counted by machines that do the work. So
here we go. Early ballots that were cast. 166,595 were early ballots. So most people are voting early. Mm-hmm. That means, hey, strategy-wise, people that are ever going to be in a campaign world or do anything in the political realm, you got to get going ASAP. The saying is always be campaigning. Mm-hmm. Here's proof of it. People are voting early. They're not waiting until that last day to do it. You want to know how many people waited till the last day? 19,315. Mm-hmm. That's a small number of people that went to do it on the last day on election day.
What, 85% vote early?
Yeah. So there's perspective, right? I don't think a lot of people talk about that. Everybody gets all wound up about who's voting for who and all these just content that comes out constantly. And then you look at the numbers, all that time people wasted bickering and yelling and just being vile for 28.8%.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things I will never do for 28.8%.
Virtually nothing.
I mean,
I'm not taking the risk.
yeah,
Right?
Yeah. Hey, if you jump off this, you have a 28.8% chance of making it. I'm good.
Yeah.
You know, it's just, and that people are out there ruining relationships and saying mean things to each other. That's just political violence, right?
Hey, I've
I'm
worked
like,
a lot
for
of campaigns.
28.8%?
You have too.
What?
Over the years, we worked a lot of campaigns. I've been working campaigns for years. Locally, maybe nationally, it's a little different, but locally, I have never seen anything like this one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say what you said and we said, but you said it to our candidates. It just makes no sense to go negative. Yeah. So our candidates, I'm proud to say no one went negative. There were PACs out there. There were different people out there talking stuff, but the candidates in all the elections that we were in are, because I'm not that guy that wants to hear how bad the other guy is. That's not my or gal. I want to hear what you're going to do. That's all I'm really interested in. Why would you even mention that? I mean, successful politicians, successful leaders typically almost ignore the opposition. And you know the names that I'm referring to. They rarely ever even discuss. I get it if you're running against an incumbent with and you have no record, maybe you almost have to by a little degree. But I want to hear what you're going to do. And I did not hear in many cases across the board, not just these local elections. I didn't hear what people were going to do. All I heard is how bad the other candidate was. Well, that doesn't give me a lot of what's the word I'm looking for? Incentive or encouragement to vote for that person, because I still don't know what you want to do. This other person may be a total schmuck, but I don't know what you are, because you haven't defined what your mission or what your goals are.
Yeah,
it's across the board, by the way.
Yeah.
Again, for the record, I want to say it again. I've said this 100 times. I am an independent because I just don't join cults of any kind.
Ditto. You know that I also saw during this election cycle, and other people did too, is one of them in particular was just going after everybody on social media. Just constantly, just anything that was contributing to any part of the cycle or putting out information or anything. They just went after them. And I'm like, okay, you're in now. How do you think all those people are going to respond to you now? This is going to be a really hard uphill battle for this person. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was all there
because it was personal.
It
was personal.
Oh, for sure. So you're going to see it's going to be rough for that person, and I do pray for him, like for sure. But man, I just could not believe all the misinformation and stuff. And hey, guys, if you've known us since we've been here and what we're doing, you know that stuff was just not true, especially the part about the town contracting, because I probably would have a nicer chair I'd be sitting in or something right now.
No, you wouldn't.
Anyways, no, we're not affiliated with the town or any of that stuff. We don't, people that are leaders here, they come on shows and they talk about information and share stuff. And I think you're going to see that a lot more, honestly. I was having a conversation with one of the candidates in Oro Valley that won, and she's really focused on being on here once a month as she starts her responsibilities.
I'll just call her out.
Yeah.
We were thrilled to work with Rhonda.
Yeah. And I said, you know what? That's a great thing to do. She's like, I just really want to be focused on transparency and different things. And I'm like, what's more transparent than jumping on here and talking about what's going on? And I think there's going to be some folks in Marana too that continue to do that. People say, oh, there's no contract. We're just giving them the opportunity to talk about what needs to be talked about.
You know why we are too, David? And it's not that we always line up with these folks. It's we have built relationships with these people. In many cases, decades. I've been here 25 years. I've known some of these people almost that long. If maybe some of them I've known that long. I remember when I met some of these people 20 plus years ago. These are good, decent, hardworking human beings that have worked hard to build their community. Back when there were no stoplights in this community. What people don't understand is this is Marana, and neither one of us live in Marana. For full disclosure, I can't vote for any of these people. I live in Oro Valley. You live in the county. You can't vote for either. Your ballot was pretty limited, wasn't it?
It was.
And we have to work a little harder at it being independents because we don't get a ballot. We got to go in and ask for a specific ballot to be able to vote.
Yeah. It's a little more intention behind it when you're an independent.
Exactly.
Hey, if you're on the ropes about what's going on with your party or whatever, just go be an independent. I'm telling you, it's the best, most freeing thing. And the reality is the independents decide these elections.
Oh, 100%.
If you look at the data and the numbers of independent voters, they decide the elections.
And when you break it down, which we have, the independents are made up pretty much equally of all the big two, but it's almost split.
Yeah.
But we're I can speak for the ones that I know and talk to. We're open. We want the facts. That's all we're really interested in. What are you going to do? How are you going to do it? You're going to be honest with me. And we're not running in. Now, these elections, again, if you're listening and you're not from here, they're nonpartisan, but they're not. That's not to say that both parties aren't represented by on both councils, because they are. We know the party affiliations for these candidates, and on both in Marana and Oro Valley, represented by both major parties, right? But it is a nonpartisan election, and these people always say, and it's back to here we go. Local politics is more important, really, than any politics that we can be involved in. Your school boards, that's one that's coming up again. If you're on the ropes about whether you should or shouldn't get involved, well, you should get involved. And if you're considering running for school board, you know what? You want to make an influence in your community? That's hands-on. That's the next generation. Run for school board. We need better candidates running for some of these positions, for sure.
Yeah. Hey, Marianne, we are showing off Studio B. We are.
Yeah.
She's writing, yeah. Hey, thanks for joining us in the chat. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them. We got a couple minutes left here on the show. We're going to go to a quick break, and we'll get back to our election talk and some other stuff, some job opportunities and things going on here.
Let's be done with the election talk, man.
Okay, we'll be right back.
We've worn that bad boy out.
Are you sure? 28.8%? Okay, we'll be right back.
You've got a voice, but are you ready for a global audience? Don't just settle for standard studio rental. At Live the Dream Media, we amplify your voice by broadcasting your podcast completely live on our exclusive online radio network. Whether they're down the street or across the world, your listeners can lock in live on YouTube, Meta, and the Live the Dream Media app. Why choose live? Because real-time connection builds a loyal community, extends your reach further than ever, and turns a simple recording into a massive digital event. Stop waiting on the edit. Go live, build your crowd, and live the dream with Live the Dream Media today.
888 Crime keeps our community safe and your identity a secret.
One anonymous tip could stop a crime, and you could get rewarded with cash.
Let's stop the silence on crime and strive for a safer community. Contact 88 Crime or visit 88crime.org.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net.
We can print anything on our soft vanilla logo cookies. We deliver them and other sweet treats locally. We are located at 4249 West Ina Road, Suite 121. Call us, 520-300-1131. We bake smiles.
Copper Creek Cookies, Copper Creek Cookies, CopperCreekCookies.net.
For over a century, radio has changed and impacted the lives of everyone, becoming one of the major foundations of communication, keeping us up to date in news and broadcasting, and providing daily music that we love. Radio evolves more as the years progress and time moves forward, and it is only becoming better. Live the Dream Media is proud to be part of that history, stepping into the evolution of online radio to make it more advanced than ever before. Introducing the Live the Dream Media app, your #1 online radio experience. Catch your favorite music 24/7 and tune into live podcasts, or catch up on your own time with our on-demand library. And you can also check out our integrated merch store built right into the app. No matter where you travel in the world, the dream stays with you. You can be anywhere on the planet and stay connected. Download the Live the Dream Media app for free today on the Apple App Store and Google Play, and experience radio reimagined.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, the Marana Chamber of Commerce. Now that is someone we work with.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're not in the Chamber of Commerce in Marana, you should be. They have over 800 members. They're very active. They're easy to get a hold of. There was something 2 weeks ago. I just reached out to somebody and right away was contacted with the question. They hold really cool insight things, luncheons,
roundtables, all kinds
mixers,
of,
you
all
name
kinds
it. I
of
mean,
things, yeah.
it doesn't make sense to not be in it. You got to be in it, especially if you're in the area. So, thanks to Amanda and her team for all the work you guys do at the Marana Chamber of Commerce. And we're gonna move on from the election stuff. Even though
28%. Come on, let's fix that. The only one that can what's that forest fire? The only one that can print forest fires, dude. The only one that can raise that number is you.
Yeah. Yep.
The 72% of you that didn't vote. You're the only way to fix that.
Yeah. So here's some. We're gonna keep going a little bit. I'm sorry.
Shame.
Here's some friendly advice from a content creator here at Live the Dream Media. Again, our thoughts and views are different than, on the show are different than a lot of things the company does. But I'm just gonna give you some perspective here, okay? If you are at a get together, hanging out, barbecuing some food, pop open a cold one, and one of your pals starts talking about politics, there is a very high chance that they did not vote.
Nor do they know about anything that's going on.
No. So once that starts happening, you squash that. You say, hey, did you vote? Or were you one of the 28.8% people that voted in the county? Because I guarantee if you're in that group, I promise you, they didn't vote.
75%?
End the conversation. Move on to having a great day and talking about something that matters, like how much older your kid's gotten and school's starting and you got to get school supplies. Plenty of other things to talk about. Just try it. I mean, just do it. So as soon as someone starts yapping about politics, okay, did you vote?
We do it.
Who's the Secretary of State? Who's that? What?
Yeah. Who's your mayor?
Who's your mayor? Yeah. Just do it. Just
Do you
have
know
fun
any
with
of the
it.
council member?
You're welcome. You'll have a great time. It's
You're welcome.
comedic.
You're welcome. David, that's a great. You're welcome, David. Thank him. Go ahead. What great advice.
It's great advice.
And that's that is back to the leadership that you exhibited through the last 60 days were pretty intense. Right?
Yeah, I'm not laughing to be a jerk. I'm laughing because the amount of
18-hour days.
I still have 400 text messages unopened. I apologize.
7 days a week. Sundays.
Yeah.
Sundays, go to church and they get home and the phone's ringing.
Yeah. Hey, don't ever waver on your character, especially during these times. People are going to say things about you. They're going to just put all kinds of stuff out there. Don't waver on it. Don't get sucked into it. Don't put some post out or something that you're going to regret later down the road. Just don't do it. It's not worth it. And because at the end, when you succeed, or if you don't succeed, you still have that. You still have your character, man. I really just wish people would understand that a little more.
Just real quick, and we'll make a final note. If you're sending something our way, either business wise or company wise or personal, we love it because now we're living rent free in a lot of people's heads. So just so you know it, when you attack us, you're not getting the response you think you're going to get.
Yeah, no.
Past that, maybe that first 30 seconds. Let's be right. We look at each other and like, are you serious right now? Look at this.
We have a lot more fun than I think
we
do.
Hey, we come off as serious, and we are serious about our business, but we have a lot of fun. We ask each other, I bet, at least once a day, right? Mm-hmm. And it was officially 5 years ago yesterday that this company started. Officially, that's when it started a little sooner than that, but the official date on the board, I should have sent that to Tony. It's still written there. 7/26.
Yeah.
And that was of 01. Or
Time
20,
flies
21.
when you're having fun.
Yeah. But we ask each other at least once a day, are you having fun? Because if you're not having fun at doing what you do the majority of your day, what are you doing it for? If it's a paycheck, I understand that. You got a wife and kids and family and all that, but try to find something you enjoy. Because life's too short to just be constantly doing something you hate just for a paycheck.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of paychecks, the Marana Pumpkin Patch is hiring. So if you're looking to get involved with the Marana Pumpkin Patch, it is a seasonal event that happens. If you go to their website, maranapumpkinpatch.com, go to the employment tab. They're looking for fun and friendly faces to join the crew, help make families make long-lasting memories. So I love the pumpkin patch.
Yep.
My kids, as soon as we left, the kids were already asking when we were going to go back. When we were going to ride the train. Interesting enough, that's the most legit train, mini train in the area.
Yep.
That's as good as it's going to get, And if you want to be part of that team, I talked to John about it and Maggie, who run that, and I said, what the coolest thing was that I loved was when we were on the train, the staff that were running other rides and things they'd turn and wave and say hi. And I'm like, it's like those little things that even your kids remember. And they're like, hey, how is it going?
And you know what they said?
Yeah.
Because I was there when we were having that conversation. They're not asked to do that.
They just do it on their own.
They do it on their own. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's amazing. So if you're looking for a little extra cash for Christmas, a little bit of extra money, go ahead and go to the maranapumpkinpatch.com, check out the employment tab, and join in. There's all kinds of positions, from food and beverage stuff to park rides, you name it. There's all kinds of work that needs to be done, and have fun doing it. So make sure you apply. The other thing I want to remind folks about is Dine and Discover. Marana is still going on. Find local spots here. Go spend some money, support them, and enjoy the food. And there's a lot of great products and stuff going out here. And fill up your card. Go to the Marana Chamber Visitor Center and get you some merch. No cost for the merch. Yep. They got a whole new design package going on for Discover Marana Chamber. Go and check that out. That's something great to be doing.
And let's talk about what we're doing in-house. Obviously, as we said here in Studio B, this place is available to come in, do your podcast. Mm-hmm. We've got a few people that have started to take us up on that offer, starting to do their stuff here. We also always have positions open we've got internships available. We have anybody that is an AI specialist, we'd like to talk to you. If you're an engineer, we're always looking for engineers, people that can produce like Tony and Shay and be a part of this team. We always have a need for that. So, as a matter of fact, we've got a couple of appointments and this week, interviews with people that we're bringing on. Great team. I'm so blessed to come in and be able to hang out with so many young, talented, smart, ambitious, and energetic people. It is really a cool. It's so cool to come to work every day and hang out with Tony and Shay, and I'm not throwing David.
Hey, take a chance to listen to our new radio shows we got going on too. There is new music going on our online radio app. So after the shows are over, we've got music going on. We got DJs DJing some stuff for you. Today, you've got Generational Mix that's going to be on from 2 to 4. And then at 4 o'clock, you're going to have top 80s hits. So stay tuned, join in. Hey, Tony, what's the guy's name that DJs it? Tyler Cruz is DJing today, so don't miss that. When you're on your car ride, when you're finishing your workday, there's some music for you. And also, stay tuned for our app bundle that's going to be releasing. So we're going to be releasing an app bundle. It's called the Homefront App Bundle. It's going to have tools and great things to help you make decisions about how you're saving money, different, I guess you would say, budgeting ideas, and some other stuff that's going to help with trying to decide where to go and eat. We've built a whole algorithm and a new app that's going to help you with that. When you don't know where to go, you got your kids with you, you got some food allergies, we are going to take care of those problems for you. Stay tuned for that app bundle.
And that's not just local.
You can use it anywhere in the US.
Anywhere. You can use this anywhere in the United States. You can use some of this stuff. This is the part that really excites me.
Yeah.
That was one of the things that we were so excited to get past the political season so we could start focusing on what we really do best. And what we really do best is a lot of this digital stuff. David is the brains behind all this. I just show up, throw a few suggestions out there, and then just sit back and watch the team. It's so cool.
Yeah,
I got the best job in town.
It's pretty awesome. And here's the cool thing about it too is this app package. There is going to be a discount for verified students in high school and in college because it's very important to learn about budgeting and taking care of your money. You should be learning about it way before, but having the chance to do it at this level is going to be huge for you in the end. So, David,
you should be.
Yeah.
You should be learning about this way before, but here's the problem with that. Very few people actually understand how to legitimately plan financially. Financial literacy is it's probably 10% of Americans know what's going on.
Yeah. It's like voting. Two important things, right? Your finances and voting.
Yeah.
Have a really low score on turnout.
Well, finance has way lower than voting.
Yeah.
I mean, at least voting, we're getting close to 30%.
Yeah.
Finance is it's horrible. I remember, and this is what motivated me as a young person, only 7% of Americans retire not needing Social Security. That's still a fact today, by the way. 7%. The maximum you can draw through Social Security is like $4,800, right? Are you kidding me right now? It's a crime that we don't teach it, but the problem is we don't teach it in our schools because most people don't understand it.
That's a whole nother fighting episode.
What's a whole new? It's a whole new series. We did that. We did a financial literacy. We need to bring that back.
Hey, if you want to check it out, it's on our channel. Search financial literacy. There's some information on there for you. Well, hey, Clint, we're coming up to the end here. It's been great. We're doing a 45-minute run. We're gonna do some training here
Tony,
in the house
thank
today.
you.
Tony, great job, man.
As always.
As always.
And always to our listeners, our viewers, we really, without you guys, we're talking to ourselves.
It's true. All right. Take care, guys.